So the Philadelphia Eagles are coming off back-to-back victories, the only team in the East to do that. However, Sunday night's offensive performance was the worst of the season. And now the trade deadline has come and gone, and the Eagles didn't do nothing. What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. If you are new to the channel and love talking Philly sports every single day, we'll go right ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on post notifications so you know when I go live or drop some content. On that note, if you watched Sunday night game and said, hey, it's against the Dallas Cowboys, let's get a W, but this was ugly, and also feel some type of way because we weren't buyers or sellers, smash that like button. With all that being said, let's jump into today's topic. So let's start this off by talking about this offense and how bad it's been in 2020. And the two main culprits are right there: Doug Pederson and Carson Wentz. Now I'm talking all 2020. If we want to narrow it down to the Dallas versus Eagles game Sunday night, that was more Carson Wentz. You can't have four turnovers in a game and not be the main culprit. It's as simple as that. Now I will say, Doug Pederson's play calling, once again, not putting it together, not utilizing what's working, just picking random plays at time. I don't know what's on his spreadsheet. And again, the aggressiveness of going for it at certain times, it doesn't make sense. Sometimes you got to do it, sometimes you don't, but it's just the situational football, when to run on third and short, when to pass, what to do. I feel like it's random. But with everything I just said, that does not excuse Carson Wentz to hold the ball for 13 seconds and just watch somebody drill him and fumble. It does not excuse Carson Wentz to throw the ball in double coverage on first down. It doesn't excuse Carson Wentz to miss open hot reads. Now, there were plays in there where there were no design hot reads, and that's on Doug Pederson. But on that crucial fourth down where he held the ball not too long because they did send the house, there was guys who ran hot routes, whether it was Greg Ward Jr. or Jalen Reagor, but he locked on to two guys and he had no awareness to get the pass off. Let's start by looking at this play. Roll the clip. So Doug gets the play calling late, so you got to snap it and rush there, and then Carson Wentz just totally misses the hot route. You see the blitz coming, you got to get it out fast. He locks onto the guy going in the flats, comes back to TF13, but in the process of coming to TF13, you got to see the middle's wide open. Look on slow motion. Reagor or Greg Ward Jr., he has to pass them to get to TF13. I mean, you just got to throw that ball. It's there. That's on Carson. You got to get the ball out hot. That's why it's called a hot route. Doug put a good play there. Carson didn't see it. Sees the flat, then goes over to TF13, which I kind of understand. But in the process, you got to see that in the middle and get it out hot. Yes, the blitz came. You only had but 3 seconds. But that's pretty good when they send an all-out blitz like that. You only need 2 or 3 seconds to get it to your hot route. And the line held up for what it's supposed to in that type of blitz. You didn't see it. No awareness. You took the sack. You fumbled, which I understand it doesn't really matter at that point because it would have been a turnover on down, but it does add to the total turnovers you had, and that's not going to cut it. Real quick, before we go over the turnovers, let's look what Carson's done this season in these 6 categories. First in interceptions, second in fumbles, 31st in completion percentage, 29th in yards per attempt, 27th in quarterback rating, 30th in passer rating. I say that to say this: the skill position being a revolving door prior to TF13 coming has been a problem. The old line been a revolving door. There's a lot of moving pieces that could explain a difference in your quarterback play. I understand that. And coaching hasn't helped. Doug Pederson in situational football has been bad, and in certain drives he did things like, why are you calling these plays? You can help Carson Wentz. We're in a rhythm. Continue the rhythm. But he doesn't. But at the end of the day, 16 turnovers, no matter who's blocking, no matter who's catching, some of these decisions just can't be made by an NFL quarterback, and Carson's making them, and that concerns me. And the biggest reason it concerns me is this. Carson Wentz, for his whole career, has been good with interceptions. When it comes to fumbles, he's been a fumbling machine his whole career, which I do want to correct, but I'm not going to hype on that right now because it's never been corrected. It's always glared its ugly head. But the interceptions, they're new. Brand new. You're talking about a guy who had 3 years of 7 or fewer interceptions while throwing 20 plus touchdowns. That screams taking care of the ball, making good decisions. Last year, he didn't have the best year. He missed high, he missed low. He made some great plays though. And while doing that, he had 7 interceptions. So it's not like he's had years where he had 13 interceptions, 15 interceptions. This is brand new. And why? In 17, you can say DeFilippo, Frank Wright was there. That's why he was good. Well, just last year, we had Mike Groh and Press Taylor at the quarterback coach and offensive coordinator, and they weren't good. Now, Carson wasn't an MVP level, but he had 7 interceptions. He took care of the ball. He protected the ball. He didn't throw the ball in bad double team situations. He did not do them things. Why is he doing it now? What happened to Carson Wentz just making the right decision? Like I said, fumbles, they've been there. Holding the ball too long, it's been there. Does that got to get corrected? Of course. But right now, there's a new glaring problem, and that's interceptions. And where did it come from? Why is he getting new problems instead of fixing the old problems? And that has to do with coaching, play calling, and himself. He has to play within the system and take what the defense gives him at times. If he hits Rager on that slant, it could be a first down, first of all, and possibly a touchdown, and we'll never know. And that can enhance the play calling instead of downgrading the play calling, which still needs to get better. Don't get me wrong. We need an OC yesterday. Trust and believe that. And we have to get one going forward. But I'm telling you, 16 total turnovers in the NFL as a starting quarterback, your team is not going to win many games. And thus far, injuries and Carson Wentz's turnovers and Doug Pederson's play calling are the exact reasons why we're 3-4-1. It's as simple as that. The one thing I can say is I'm glad we got a bye week. We need a bye week. Not many teams coming off back-to-back wins need a bye week, but we need the bye week. Doug, Carson needs the bye week. Get it fixed. As for all that, the trade deadline came today, and the Eagles sat still and did nothing. Nothing. We didn't sell. We didn't buy. We did absolutely nothing. And I kind of felt the Eagles weren't going to do much. I mean, they restructured Fletcher Cox's deal, made it look like that. Just an hour ago, they waived Kroom like, oh, are they getting room for a guy? I mean, it's always a big show and then nothing. Howie Roseman the last couple years has not been aggressive, and it doesn't look like he's going to be aggressive anytime soon. And his time in Philly really might be up, especially when it comes to drafting players. It definitely needs to be up for that. Now, if they want to keep him around for just cap things, it is what it is. The Eagles find themselves in a cap situation going into 2021. We all know that. We got to trim some fat, whether it be trade Zach Ertz in the offseason, cutting Alshon Jeffrey, cutting Deshaun Jackson. We did restructure Fletcher Cox's deal and all that good stuff, but we got some stuff we got to do. But the one thing that didn't make sense, at 3:55, the Miami Dolphins went ahead and traded for a running back from the Kansas City Chiefs and DeAndre Washington. So now they got Matt Breida, Galskin, Washington, and they've been keeping Jordan Howard inactive for the last 2 weeks. No injuries, not dressing him, just leaving him on the sideline. I don't understand why Howie Roseman didn't pick up the phone and said, hey, Miami, what you want for Jordan Howard? You're not even using him. We'll give you such and such. It could have been a cheap deal, unless he still got that stinger that he had in Philly last year. Well, then, whoa. I'm just playing. But yeah, We talked about wanting a veteran back in the offseason, throughout the season. And I'm not going to say Miles Sanders is not the guy. He's definitely the guy. But I'm starting to get a little nervous about how he can stay healthy. I think when he's on the field, the dude can do it all. Catch, run, inside, outside, whatever you need him to do. But I'm starting to question, can he stay on the field? And that scares me. So I think getting the guy in here would have been good. I'm not opposed to calling up Elijah Holyfield, Evander Holyfield's son. Like, I want to see him run. We had a gem and Greg Ward Jr. on the practice squad. A gem and TF13. Maybe we 3 for 3 with gems. We just not calling them up. But Jordan Howard sitting there as a game day inactive 2 weeks in a row. They just get another running back. I mean, a fourth, a fifth. Really? I would have did it. I don't know about you guys, but that's all I got for today. Man, this 2 weeks are going to be long for the simple fact that I got to see a rebound on offense from our guys, Carson Wentz and Doug Pederson. And listen, if this continues to happen with Doug Pederson and Carson Wentz, well, there's definitely going to be some things that got to be talked about. It's as simple as that. Because at the end of the day, I support our starting quarterback. And Doug Pederson so far said he's not benching Carson Wentz. I support the shield, though. And right now, I still believe Carson can turn it around in the interception department, not the fumble department, because we've been asking for that for 5 years. But the interceptions are brand new. Something has to be done just to get him back to 2019 decision making. And that's stop playing hero ball and just take what the defense gives you. With all that being said, let me know all your thoughts in the comment section when it comes to whose fault is it more, Doug, Carson, both. Let me know. And also how you feel about the Eagles not buying or selling, just staying still after restructuring Fletcher's Cox deal, making it look like we're going to go out there and get someone. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. We got a long 2 weeks. Until next time, you guys know what time it is. We out.